So, right now where I live, um, it's about 2 feet of snow on the ground. It's like minus 20, minus 25. So there's not much going on as far as car stuff. But one of my other hobbies or endeavors or pleasures is I play guitar, electric guitar. I play in a band, and every now and then I put together a guitar kit, so for the winter, because there's not much else to do. So I went and purchased this guitar kit. This is a third one I've done. I did a Strat a while back. I kind of took it apart for some reason. I can't remember. It does work. It's got a really fat neck on it. It's not that comfortable to play. I don't know, maybe it is. Maybe I'm gonna have to restore this one. I get this one going. That neck doesn't seem as bad as it used to be. Maybe my hands got bigger. So anyhow, that's the first one I did. Oh, this is what it is. This is okay. This is what I was thinking here. I purchased this neck. This is a really fat neck. I have this Ibanez Blazer body that I had, and the neck was all worn out, and frets were all shot and everything. So I purchased a new neck for it, and the neck was really fat and uncomfortable. So kind of let that go. But now that I think about it, I'm gonna get that Strat cooking here. Never really gave it much thought. So I've got a bunch of pick guards that are loaded around here somewhere, and in my pile of parts and stuff. But anyhow, we'll focus on this thing here. So this kit is a Telecaster body. Got a half decent neck. Apparently that's supposed to be rosewood. It's a little light for rosewood. I got some, I forget what they call it, paint for doing the insides here for interference or whatever, electrical feedback. Supposed to get rid of that or keep that to a minimum. Comes with a bunch of all your kit basically. So as with cars, you can modify guitars too. So this is what I do. Give you an example here. This is the second one I did, which is a thin line, Telecaster thin line, so it's hollow body or half hollow, whatever they call it. But I changed the tuning machines from the stock ones that come with the kits, which are somewhat loose and got a fairly high ratio. Like your fine tuning is difficult because anytime you turn it, it's pulling on the string up quite a bit. To these ones here, which are 18-to-1 locking tuners, and it has a paint job that will kind of change color based on the light, reflection, and all that kind of good stuff. I used to run a body shop, and we painted it at the body shop. This is okay. I've got two Fenders. I got 4 Fenders, 2 Strats, 2 Telecasters, and right now this is my favorite guitar. I love playing this thing. It sounds great. Dual humbuckers. Got it tuned up pretty nice action. The neck is really nice. Frets are really nice, like rounded off and everything. So this is my go-to guitar, and right now today I have band rehearsal, and this is the one I'm bringing with me. So I even got my name on there. So yes, my name is Steve. Now, hopping up guitars. So I'm not going to pull all this apart. I'm going to kind of move this around. One thing you don't want to do is lose stuff. I got my set of strings here. These are 9 to 46, which are the same as what I have on my Fenders. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of this box. Make some room here. Comes with a guitar pick. How about that? Now, set that there. Hopefully it doesn't fall off. There we go. So this is a nice neck, but the sharp edges on the frets here. Now I have ordered a file. They're not too bad. I mean, they're not. There's a little bit of fret work, but they're a little sharp right along the edge. So I've ordered a fret file, so I'm gonna round these off, make them a little bit more pleasant. The kit comes with tuners. Obviously, it comes with everything. But these are the tuners. They're kind of cheap. They're just cast stuff. I mean, they're not terrible, but they're not. They're kind of junky. I've got a ton of these things. I also have this stuff here that I'll treat the neck with. That'll probably bring the color out. But I'm not going to do that until I've done the frets. Now, as far as hopping stuff up goes, this comes with steel barrels on your neck, on your bridge pickup. Get this out of here. So that's the bridge pickup. Looks to be not too bad. I don't know much about these things, but whatever. But I do know that brass is the way to go because I heard about it on the internet, and I bought a brass bridge, but obviously this isn't going to work with this because I need the full thing. So what I'm going to do, I'm not doing this now, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap these brass barrels out for the steel ones or the cast ones here, and then I'll just reuse this. They look to be the same thread and all that, same bolt size. So that's going to go with that. But for today, we're going to put, and what I do is I build the guitars. Before I do the finish on them, I've ordered finish for like stains. I'm waiting for that to come in, and I've also ordered for this, for the bridge, I've also ordered a regular Strat style bridge type of deal, which too much junk, which is similar to this style of bridge blocks. So I'm not sure which way I'm going to go. The classic style is with the brass barrels, but with these ones, that's the classic style. I'm probably going to go with these first and then see how it plays out with those. And I always swap stuff around for no reason. So these are the tuners, blocking tuners, same ones I have on my other guitar. My morning coffee, just so you know, it's quarter to 6 in the morning, Sunday morning. So I like to put the guitars together, make sure, just like when you're building the car or doing something, you know, with setting up on a vehicle, you doing wiring, you kind of want to make sure everything works before you do your final construction. Although I tend to get lazy with that with my cars and get it working, and then okay, that's good enough, and then 3 years later I'll fix it up. So hopefully everything fits here. So we got all our washers, and so essentially this, well, these are tight. That's okay. They fit. Not perfectly lining up, if you can, whether you can see that or not, right there with the holes that come pre-drilled, but we're gonna try it. And then these barrels screw go in here. Put the washer. These washers have a flange on there, so they go on that way, not the flat side up. Now, my toolbox here, I have anytime you need something, you can't find it, which is typical. There it is. That's another thing I was looking for. Good. Okay, so all right, always be prepared, they say. So we'll get this bolted down. I'm by no means an expert on guitars, but you know, they might look intimidating, but they are pretty straightforward. There's not much stuff that's really super difficult. The wiring can be a little intimidating maybe, but I mean, it's just soldering. This is a plug-in kit, so instead of soldering, they have these things. You just plug it in. Now I've never done this style before, so we'll see how that works. I think it should be fine. It's supposed to be easier. Put the screw in here. Nothing has to be super tight. It's just gotta be snug. So that's it for, I'll do one more because I know this is incredibly interesting. So how I got into guitars is a few years ago we had our house broken into. Actually, my wife was home. It wasn't a home invasion, but this guy broke in. Or didn't break in, came in. My wife was expecting a friend of hers, and she was upstairs and heard some rustling around, thought it was her friend, came down, and there was this guy in our bedroom going through our stuff. So she scared him out of the house. And this was in the middle of winter, right around this time of the year, I think, but it's about 7 or 8 years ago. Scared him out of the house, and she's an artist, and she had a pencil chased him out of the house with a pencil. I told her she should have drawn a picture of him. But anyhow, I got the cops here and went through, did the report, and they said check out the pawn shops, see if you find your stuff. If you find it, let us know, and then they'll get it for us and that kind of thing. So checked out a couple, went to one, and noticed I've always kind of played guitar when in my youth. It was in my teens and 20s and all that, and then I, you know, kind of messed around with it, but never really pursued anything. And went to the pawn shop, started, well, I couldn't find my stuff, but they had a whole bunch of guitars hanging around, and so I started looking at guitars, and I found, I'll show you. Found this one. It's an Ibanez SA 120 or something like that. I mean, it's a beginner's entry-level guitar, but it's 125 bucks. Still had the plastic on the back here. Brand new essentially, and it's a nice for what 125 bucks. It plays beautifully. I had to do a little bit of fret work on it because strings were getting caught, like rolling off and getting caught in the frets. There's a few frets that were lifted, but it essentially decent guitar. And I bought a Marshall amp for so 125 for this, a Marshall amp for 100. I figured, you know what, if it doesn't work out, I could sell it for what I paid for, maybe even make a little bit of money, and just went from there. Started taking lessons, learning how to set up. This is a really nice guitar because it's got the cutaway down here for, if you know, with a Fender, it's squared off, right? Squared off right here. This has got the contour. So it actually, for playing up here, it's actually quite a decent guitar. I might start playing this one again. Then I had a friend of mine who does pinstriping, hot rod guy. He did the pinstriping on my Beaumont. So he did this one, and I have another Fender, green Fender that matches my Beaumont, and he did pinstriping on the hood for that, or at least on the guitar for that, to match the car. Cool cat. You can see that or not, but cool cat. Really good guy. Really good pinstriper. So I'm going to continue working on this, and then we'll assemble the body and swap some stuff around here, and yeah, put a guitar together and see where that takes us. So stay tuned. The next one will be coming up in a little bit after this one, and hopefully we'll have a guitar done soon. This is my winter project. I'm not in any hurry to do it, but once I get going, I'll get her done. So hit that subscribe button. So it's cars, guitars, and tunnel rams, dual carbs, and guitars. I've got, like, I don't know, I had like 25 or 30 guitars. I've sold a whole bunch of them. Now I've got what I need, but I've got, I don't know, 7 or 8, maybe 10, no more than that. Still probably have 20. Got some old Sears kind of guitars from the 60s, which are kind of neat. I've got a oil can guitar for, I play slide with that. I've got a chrome Dobro for slide. I got 2 Fender Telecasters, 2 Fender Stratocasters, and then some Ibanez, or not, my Ibanez here, but Epiphone, and a couple Araya guitars. Yeah, an Agile Les Paul, and then an Araya Strat, which is another $125 guitar that you put that up against the Fender and you can't tell the difference. It's incredible how much you pay to get a Fender. Now when you play a Fender, it's, you know, you're playing a Fender, but it, you know, you go from at least a guitar that's worth 150 bucks to, you know, here, like, you know, 1,500, let's say 2,000. their Fenders are nicer to play, believe me, they are, but it's not that much. The value, what you pay the difference, doesn't quite, you're not getting that much more of a guitar for that kind of money. But in any case, I'm going to carry on with this, and we'll catch up later. Remember, hit that subscribe button. We'll have some fun with this. Talk to you in a while.